Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me carefully. Success is not a mystery. It's not some magical force that only a few chosen ones get to experience. It's not about luck, and it's definitely not about wishing for it. Success is built in your daily habits, in the things you do when no one is watching. People want to be great, but they don't want to put in the work every single day. They admire the champions, the millionaires, the legends, but they don't see what happens behind the scenes. They don't see the early mornings, the late nights, the sacrifices, the discipline. They don't see the routine. But that's where success is created, not in the big dramatic moments, but in the small, consistent actions repeated over time. Think about an athlete training for a championship. They don't just wake up one day and suddenly become the best. They train every morning before the sun rises. They push through exhaustion when their body wants to quit. They follow a strict routine, refining their skills, eating right, recovering properly every single day. That's why they win. It's not about talent alone. It's about the routine that builds the mindset, the discipline, the endurance, and the greatness required to dominate. Now look at your own life, your habits, your schedule, your choices. These are the blueprint of your future. If you wake up late, waste time on your phone, and procrastinate on your goals, you are writing your own failure. But if you wake up with purpose, set your priorities and stick to a routine that moves you forward, you are building success before the world even knows your name. You can't cheat the process. You can't skip the grind. If your routine is weak, your results will be weak. If your routine is strong, your success will be undeniable. Every single day is a brick, and the way you lay each one determines whether you build a mansion or a pile of rubble. The choice is yours. So ask yourself, are you creating a routine that leads to greatness, or are you letting your days slip away? Because in the end, success isn't something you get lucky with. It's something you create day by day, habit by habit, moment by moment. Look around at your life right now, your health, your finances, your relationships, your mindset. Everything you have, everything you are is a direct result of your routine. Success is not some distant dream, some prize reserved for a lucky few. It is built in the daily decisions you make, the habits you follow, and the discipline you show when no one is watching. Your routine is either setting you up for greatness or keeping you trapped in mediocrity. People love to talk about their dreams. They say they want to be successful, they want to be wealthy, they want to be the best at what they do. But when you look at their routine, it tells a completely different story. They wake up late, waste hours on distractions, skip the work, and expect success to just fall into their lap. That's not how it works. You don't get what you wish for. The most successful people in the world have the same 24 hours as you. The difference is how they use them. They don't wait for motivation. They don't hope for opportunities to magically appear. They create opportunities through discipline. They follow a routine that builds their skills, sharpens their focus, and pushes them closer to their goals every single day. Your routine is the foundation of your future. If you want to change your life, don't wait for some big breakthrough. Change your routine. If you want to be stronger, start working out every day. If you want to be smarter, read every day. If you want to be successful, eliminate the habits that are holding you back and replace them with habits that push you forward. It won't happen overnight, but with consistency, your routine will take you exactly where you want to go. Success is not a mystery, and it's not an accident. It is a result of the small choices you make every single day. So look at your routine. Is it leading you toward your goals, or is it keeping you stuck? If you don't like where your life is headed, the answer is not out there. It's in the habits you repeat day after day. Change your routine and you will change your future. Everybody wants success, but not everybody is willing to do what it takes to get there. Why? Because they are waiting to feel motivated. They are waiting for that perfect moment when everything feels right, when they have the energy, when inspiration hits them like a lightning bolt. But let me tell you something. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like the wind. If you depend on motivation, you'll never be consistent. And if you're not consistent, you'll never be successful. The ones who make it to the top are not the ones who feel motivated every day. They are the ones who have built a routine so strong that it doesn't matter how they feel. They show up no matter what. They put in the work even when they are tired. They follow the plan even when they don't feel like it. They don't wait to feel ready because they understand that success doesn't care about your feelings. It only responds to discipline. Look at the best athletes, the most successful entrepreneurs, the greatest minds in history. Do you think they woke up every day feeling excited and energized? No. There were days they didn't want to train, days they wanted to sleep in, days they doubted themselves, but their routine didn't allow them to quit. They had already decided what needed to be done, and they did it over and over again until success became inevitable. Now look at your own life. How many times have you told yourself you'll start tomorrow? How many times have you quit just because you didn't feel like it? That's the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. The ones who win are not more talented, more gifted, or luckier than you. They have just mastered one thing: you. They don't let their emotions dictate their actions. They don't negotiate with their routine. They don't wait for motivation because they know discipline will take them where motivation never could. So the question is, are you going to keep waiting until you feel like it, or are you going to commit to a routine that guarantees success? The choice is yours, but remember this: motivation might get you started, but only discipline will keep you going. Success isn't about making one big move. It's not about taking one giant leap. It's about the small, consistent actions you take every single day. The little things, the habits, the routines, they may seem insignificant in the moment, but over time they build something unstoppable. Most people look at success like it's a lottery ticket. They think they need a big break, a lucky opportunity, or some overnight transformation. But success doesn't work like that. It's like building a wall. You don't throw up an entire wall in one day. You lay one brick, then another, then another. Some days it feels slow. Some days it feels like nothing is happening. But if you keep going, if you stay consistent, one day you'll look up and see that you've built something powerful. Think about a drop of water. A single drop doesn't seem like much, but if that drop keeps falling in the same place over and over again, it can carve through stone. That's the power of consistency. That's the power of small daily actions. You may not see the results right away, but if you trust the process, if you commit to the routine, success is inevitable. The problem is most people quit before the results show up. They go to the gym for a week and see no change, so they stop. They start a business, face some struggles, and give up. They work on their dream, hit a setback, and walk away. They don't realize that success isn't about intensity. It's about consistency. It's about showing up, putting in the work, and sticking to the routine even when the results aren't visible yet. Look at the most successful people in any field. They weren't born great. They built their greatness by doing the little things every day. Kobe Bryant didn't become a legend by playing one great game. He spent years waking up at 4 a.m., practicing the same shots over and over. The greatest authors didn't write a masterpiece in one night. They wrote a little bit every day, page by page. The most successful entrepreneurs didn't build empires overnight. They made small moves, took small risks, and kept pushing forward when others gave up. The question is, what small actions are you repeating every day? Are they pushing you towards success or pulling you away from it? Because in the end, success isn't about one big moment. It's about the small, consistent steps you take every single day. Keep laying the bricks. Keep making the small moves. Keep showing up. Because one day, all those little things will add up and success will be yours. Talent is a gift, but it's not enough. Talent might get you noticed, but it will never take you all the way. What separates the great from the average is not natural ability, it's consistency, discipline, and an unshakable routine. The ones who rise to the top are not always the most gifted, but they are the ones who refuse to quit. The ones who show up every single day and put in the work no matter what. Look around. There are thousands of talented people who never made it. The athlete with insane potential who never trained hard enough. The musician with raw skill who never practiced. The genius student who never studied. Meanwhile, the person who wasn't as gifted but outworked everyone else, That's the one who succeeded, because talent is a starting point, not a finishing line. What truly matters is what you do with it, day in and day out. Success is not about how good you are on your best days. It's about how disciplined you are on your worst days. Anybody can work hard when they feel good, when they're excited, when things are going their way. But what happens when the motivation fades? What happens when the results don't come right away? That's where most people give up. They think maybe I'm not talented enough. But the truth is, talent wasn't the problem. Consistency was. The greatest athletes, the most successful entrepreneurs, the best performers in any field, they weren't necessarily born better than you. They just created a routine that forced them to improve every single day. They trained when they didn't feel like it. They studied when their friends were out having fun. They worked on their craft when nobody was watching. They kept showing up over and over again until their results became undeniable. Look at your own routine. Are you dependent on talent alone, or are you putting in the effort that guarantees success? Because if you're not consistent, if you're not disciplined, if you're not committed to the daily grind, then all the talent in the world won't save you. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Success doesn't care about potential. It cares about persistence. And if you want it bad enough, your routine will prove it. Success is not just about what you do. It's also about what you're willing to give up. Too many people say they want to be successful, but their routine is filled with distractions and excuses. They want to be great, but they spend hours scrolling on their phones. They say they want to build a business, but they waste their evenings watching TV. They dream of getting in shape, but they hit the snooze button instead of hitting the gym. Success isn't avoiding failure. It's avoiding distractions that keep you from winning. The truth is, life will always give you two choices: progress or excuses. You can either build your future or you can stay comfortable doing what's easy, but you can't have both. If you keep allowing distractions to steal your time, don't be surprised when success keeps slipping through your fingers. Because while you're scrolling, someone else is working. While you're procrastinating, someone else is making moves. While you're making excuses, someone else is building their dream. Your routine should be sacred. If something doesn't bring you closer to your goal, it doesn't belong in your daily habits. Every second wasted is a second you'll never get back. The most successful people in the world don't have time for meaningless distractions. They don't waste energy on things that don't serve their purpose. They protect their focus like their life depends on it, because in many ways, it does. Look at your daily habits. What's slowing you down? What's stealing your energy? What's keeping you from being the person you were meant to be? It might be the time you spend on social media, the toxic people around you, the bad habits you refuse to break. Whatever it is, cut it off. Because every excuse, every distraction, every wasted moment is standing between you and the life you want. Success requires sacrifice. You must be willing to let go of what's easy so you can grab hold of what's great. You must be strong enough to say no to things that don't serve your future. You must be disciplined enough to stay focused when the world tries to pull you in 1,000 directions. And if you can do that, if you can eliminate distractions and excuses, then nothing will be able to stop you. Everybody wants success, but not everybody is willing to pay the price. People love the idea of winning, but they hate the process that comes with it. They want the rewards, the recognition, the lifestyle, but they don't want to sacrifice for it. They don't want to give up comfort, fun, or distractions. But here's the truth. Success demands sacrifice. If you are not willing to let go of what's holding you back, you will never grab hold of what's ahead. Look at anyone who has made it to the top. They didn't get there by doing what was easy. They sacrificed sleep to wake up early and put in the work. They sacrificed nights out with friends to study, to train, to build something bigger. They sacrificed short-term pleasure for long-term success. They understood that every time they said yes to their dream, they had to say no to something else, because you can't have it both ways. You can't live an average routine and expect extraordinary results. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they are not willing to sacrifice for what they say they want. They want to be in the best shape, but they aren't willing to give up junk food. They want to be wealthy, but they aren't willing to sacrifice weekends to work on their craft. They want to be great, but they aren't willing to step outside their comfort zone. And that's why they stay stuck, because success doesn't happen until you're ready to give up what's holding you back. The question is, what are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to wake up earlier? Are you willing to put in extra hours when others are relaxing? Are you willing to let go of bad habits, toxic people, and distractions that are stealing your future? Because if you're not willing to sacrifice, you're not serious about success. This is what separates the winners from the rest. The ones who truly succeed are the ones who understand that success isn't just about what you do, it's about what you're willing to give up. The road to success isn't easy, but it's worth it. And if you want it bad enough, your routine will prove it. Everybody wants success, but not everybody is willing to pay the price. People love the idea of winning, but they hate the process that comes with it. They want the rewards, the recognition, the lifestyle, but they don't want to sacrifice for it. They don't want to give up comfort, fun, or distractions. But here's the truth. Success demands sacrifice. If you are not willing to let go of what's holding you back, you will never grab hold of what's ahead. Look at anyone who has made it to the top. They didn't get there by doing what was easy. They sacrificed sleep to wake up early and put in the work. They sacrificed nights out with friends to study, to train, to build something bigger. They sacrificed short-term pleasure for long-term success. They understood that every time they said yes to their dream, they had to say no to something else. Because you can't have it both ways. You can't live an average routine and expect extraordinary results. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they are not willing to sacrifice for what they say they want. They want to be in the best shape, but they aren't willing to give up junk food. They want to be wealthy, but they aren't willing to sacrifice weekends to work on their craft. They want to be great, but they aren't willing to step outside their comfort zone. And that's why they stay stuck, because success doesn't happen until you're ready to give up what's holding you back. The question is, what are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to wake up earlier? Are you willing to put in extra hours when others are relaxing? Are you willing to let go of bad habits, toxic people, and distractions that are stealing your future? Because if you're not willing to sacrifice, you're not serious about success. This is what separates the winners from the rest. The ones who truly succeed are the ones who understand that success isn't just about what you do, it's about what you're willing to give up. The road to success isn't easy, but it's worth it. And if you want it bad enough, your routine will prove it. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your routine. Everyone wants success. Everyone has dreams. Everyone talks about where they want to be in 5 years, 10 years. But the real question isn't what you want. It's what you're doing every single day to get there. Because goals don't make you successful. Habits do. Your dreams don't determine your future. Your routine does. Too many people believe success is about setting big goals and waiting for the right moment. They write their goals down, they talk about them, they imagine how great life will be when they finally make it. But they wake up every day doing the same things they've always done, hitting snooze, wasting time, making excuses. And then they wonder why nothing changes. Goals mean nothing if your routine doesn't back them up. The ones who win in life are the ones who take control of their daily habits. They don't leave success to chance. They create a system, a routine that keeps them on track, even when they don't feel like it. They don't just set goals, they set habits that make those goals inevitable. They wake up early, they stick to their schedule, they do the work, they stay disciplined. They don't wait for motivation, they don't rely on inspiration, they trust their routine because they understand one thing: you don't become successful someday. You become successful every day. Think about where you are right now. Everything in your life is a reflection of the habits you've built over time. Your health, your finances, your relationships, your skills. It's all a result of the routine you followed, whether intentionally or not. And if you don't like where you are, that's not a sign to give up. That's a sign to change your habits. Success isn't magic, it's math. Do the right things every day, over and over again, and the results will come. Keep learning, keep working, keep pushing, and over time, your routine will take you exactly where you want to go. But if you waste your time, if you let distractions control you, if you keep making excuses, then your future will be no different from your past. So stop waiting, stop hoping, stop saying one day, and start focusing on this day, because success isn't found in some big dramatic moment. It's found in your daily routine. And if you master your routine, you'll master your future. At the end of the day, success isn't about luck. It isn't about waiting for the perfect opportunity. It isn't about talent alone. Success is in your routine. It's in the small decisions you make every single day. It's in the discipline to show up when you don't feel like it. It's an ability to push through when nobody is watching, when nobody is clapping, when there's no immediate reward. That's where the real battle is fought and won. Too many people dream of success but live a routine of failure. They want to be great, but they don't want to commit to the daily process that greatness requires. They want to be rich, but they don't want to manage their time like the wealthy do. They want to be in shape, but they don't want to follow the discipline of those who train every day. They think success is about one big moment, one life-changing opportunity, but it's not. It's about the hundreds, the thousands of small choices you make every single day. Your routine is either working for you or against you. It's either moving you closer to your goals or pulling you further away. And the truth is, the people who succeed aren't necessarily smarter, stronger, or luckier than you. They just have a routine that guarantees success. They have built habits that make failure impossible. They don't hope for greatness. They structure their life in a way that makes greatness inevitable. Look at your life right now. Look at your daily habits. If you keep doing exactly what you're doing today, where will you be a year from now? 5 years from now? Will you be closer to your dreams, or will you still be making the same excuses? If you don't change your routine, your life won't change. If you don't take control of your habits, you'll never take control of your future. This is your moment. No more waiting. No more hoping that success will just happen to you. If you want it, build a routine that makes it real. Commit to the process. Trust the discipline and show up every day, even when it's hard, even when it's boring, even when you don't feel like it, because the difference between winners and everyone else isn't in what they want. It's in what they do. Success is in your routine. Master your routine and you will master your life.